Welcome to Chapter 4 of Swap 2.0, in which we put the 6L80E transmission into the 55 Chevy truck. So before I get going today, I'm going to give you a quick little history on this particular transmission. Transmission was actually designed in GM, actually in France, Strasbourg, France, and they used it in a number of high-end European cars, BMW, etc. And GM liked it so much, they decided to build a plant in Toledo, Ohio in 2006 and spent $500 million building this transmission, which is still in production. You can get this as a connect and cruise, and I just talked to a guy who's got one in a 2018. I'm not sure if they had them in 2019 or not. I think they did. So it is a serious piece of hardware. It is massive. One of the issues with these transmissions is their size. But you can see in this particular case, see if I can get a little bit closer, I've got plenty of room on the top of the tunnel, and the majority of the heft of these things are below center line, so that's kind of a big deal. So these transmissions are adaptive, which means that they learn how you shift, and it's the first transmission in which GM put the controller actually inside the body, so there is no external controller. Now it's compared, in fact, as far as I know, this is the only one. In the next version, the 8L and the 10L, the 8 and 10 speed, the transmission controller went back out again as a separate TCU. I'm not sure why they did that, but they did. So one of the things that, I'm going to pause it here for a second. One of the things that I wanted to do was I wanted to keep the existing cross-member isolation bushing right here off of the Pontiac. And I wasn't sure if I could or not, but I left it in there, and it worked out just about perfect. What you're looking at is the cross-member from CPP, Classic Performance Products, so shout out to them for a spectacular piece of hardware. It's only $60. I got this out of Summit, and it fits in here perfect, and lo and behold, the bolts, they just line up perfect. So let me show you a little bit more here. One of the other features that this transmission has, it has a drain plug. So instead of having to fight these damn things and get transmission fluid all over the place, you can drain it just like a regular sump. Here's the bolts off of the this is an homage to the metric bolts. I have enough metric bolts now that I can scrounge some. So those bolt right in there. And as I mentioned in a previous video in 2 or 3, these transmission can come both for a car and the truck. This particular one has this 3-bolt bracket that uses a rubber donut that acts as the CV joint, and in this particular case, the Pontiac automobile uses a 2-piece drive shaft, so we don't want to do that. We want to adapt to the existing one piece that we have here. So there is a bracket that mounts on here and will adapt to a regular bracket. So that's what we're going to try to do. Also, you can see I've got plenty of room here for my exhaust. That's going to be a no-brainer. That'll hook right on up. We're going to keep the existing exhaust. And then another kind of interesting piece here is the actual rear end. The rear end came out of the 1978 Z28. It's a 10-bolt, so they use that too. So that's no problem. Should be able to handle it because we should be pushing 400 plus horsepower, and I think it'll handle it without any problem. So it was, in this case, too easy. Just bolted right in. I put the whole thing in less than an hour, and I'm ready to go on to the next phase. So thanks for watching, and that's it for this edition of Swap 2.0. Stay tuned. Thanks.